to our live today. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. If you're watching right now, feel free to say hello in the comments and let us know where you're watching from. Today is a very special day because we have an inspiring guest who will be sharing her journey with us. Many of us who are working full time, raising a family, and still dreaming of building something for your future will definitely relate to her story. So stay with us because this conversation might be the encouragement that you've been waiting for. So, before we will introduce our guest, I will just introduce myself. I am Mary Chris Trujillo. I'm a fourth grade teacher here in New Mexico, USA. I'm also a digital business mentor, and I have three kids who are my greatest why and my husband who are my greatest why I did this business. So yeah, I'm just so happy and excited that we finally, yeah, Coach Ned has just said yes to our invitation. And I'm
You're
from New
welcome.
Mexico, USA, originally from the Philippines. Go, 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 sis Divina.
Hello, hello everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to all of you. And Coach Nida, thank you so much for gracing us in our live
My
today.
pleasure.
And we are so grateful that you are here. So my name
Thank
is
you.
Divina, originally from Cebu, Philippines, and currently living here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. A mom of one and a grandmother of three beautiful kids. And I joined this business is because of my family and to retire early. And a proud digital business mentor and a housekeeper here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Back to you, Sis Marie Chris.
Thank you so much, sis Divina. Sis Del, kindly introduce yourself.
Yes, yes, yes. Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, guys, wherever you are. I am Del Cebuana, and I'm from the Cebu, and now here in United States of America for 2 decades. So I am also a mom and a wife and a grandma now. Then I work in the healthcare, a farmer, and a proud digital business owner. Okay, so yan lang, sis.
Yes, thank you so much, sis Del. Sis Vanessa, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you, Sis Neda, for having you here. Thank you
My
so much for
pleasure.
your. Yes, guys, I'm Vanessa, Mommy Vanessa from Washington, USA, and I have three kids working as barista, and this is my part-time digital entrepreneur. Thank you so much, sis. Go, go, go.
Thank you so much, Sis Vanessa. And the last but not the least, Sis Sally, please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, and I'm so great that I'm here today because I don't want to miss this opportunity to talk to Coach Neda. Thank you so much for guesting in our live today.
My
Anyways,
pleasure.
my name is Sally. I'm originally from the Philippines. I'm on my work right now. I'm actually working. I just leave early so I will not miss this opportunity. A mom of two, yes, and I'm still having my 9 to 5 job as a customer service rep. And here I am now in the vacant room in art room because I need a space so I can actually concentrate on the lives today. Thank you so
Yes, and I'm truly excited to introduce our special guest for today, this afternoon, Coach Neda Ward Behzadineko. Coach Neda is an engineer by profession, a loving wife to her two young kids, and a devoted wife to her husband. Even while working full time as an engineer, she was able to build a successful digital business on the side. Today, she is one of the top leaders in our digital business community, inspiring people around the world. What makes her story so powerful is that she started just like many of us, busy working and balancing family life. I also had the opportunity to meet her personally at the Global Business Convention in Las Vegas in 2023, and she was so kind, friendly, and truly inspiring. Coach Neda, welcome to our live in the Digimompreneurs Live. We are so happy and honored to have you here with us this afternoon. Welcome, 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 and please say hi and please introduce yourself. We're just
Thank you
so
so much. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be invited here, and thank you so much for basically all the nice words you say about me. I just don't think I'm any special from any of you. I'm just like you. There's no superiority of any human being over anybody else. All I can say that in this business, I have really worked hard, and like many of you, I started with a dream that if it works, what if it works? And I put my 200% into it. I didn't treat it as a hobby or something like that, and I'm so honored to be here sharing my journey with you. But before that, I just wanted to talk about two things very quickly. As you know, I'm Persian. I mean, our community, our online community, has over 270,000 members. That's why it makes our team the biggest online business in the world, the biggest. Yeah, we are literally the biggest and the first. With such a volume in the whole world. And what I love about our community is it's so holistic. It basically welcomes everybody from any background, any previous experience, any age, any gender, any orientation, and that's what makes our community so special. As you know, I'm Persian. Today is Persian New Year, and I wanted to say, take this opportunity to say Happy New Year to all the amazing Persian in this amazing community that we have, and also all the amazing Persians outside this group who are maybe watching my video. Happy New Year, Nowruz Mubarak, Sal No Mubarak. And the second thing I wanted to ask everybody, because I think I do believe in spirituality. I do believe in God. It doesn't matter what you call it. Some people call it Jesus. Some people call it Allah. Some people call it Buddha. Some people call it Krishna. It could have no names, or it could be called Source, or whatever name you want to name it. There is just one creator, and I
Mhm.
respect all of them. And I know holistically, if you want to change something in the universe, in the life that we have, we need to have enough people to really want it. So I wanted to ask everybody who's watching this, if I have touched your life in any ways, if I have inspired you in many ways. I know our community has more than 270,000 people. So please pray for the people of Iran. We are in the middle of an Iranian revolution. If you follow my business page, I'm sure you see a lot of things I post about this, to support and to use my platform to support the people of Iran. Even though I left Iran 24 years ago, my heart and my roots go back to Iran, and people of Iran are fighting a very evil regime. So please pray for the people of Iran. And I know if enough people pray and want this so badly, that's when the victory is going to happen. Thank you so much for having me again. And I hope my story today inspires some of you and some of the people who might be wondering whether this business is right for them or not. I hope this story really inspires them and answers some of their questions that can help them make the best decisions for their life.
Yes, thank you so much, Coach Neda. Yes, I'm just really happy Persian New Year to you and to all the Persians all over the world. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
we will include all the Persians and your country in our prayers because
Thank
we
you so
also
much.
believe in the
Thank you
Lord.
so much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Yes, and now we will go directly now to our first question. So, Sis
Yes.
Divina, please read the first question.
Sure. Hello, Coach Nida. This is your first question. So
Yes.
you're
Drum
a full,
roll.
you're a full-time engineer, a mom of two, and a wife. Something many of our viewers can relate to. How did you manage your time when you were just starting your digital business?
Yes, that's a very good question. So what I wanted to say is that when I started this business, I had no idea if I'm going to be so successful. I didn't know the future, and I didn't have even the initial investment to be put into the business. But I had a dream, and I saw the opportunity that this business has. And I said to myself, if I can make $2,000 every month, I will be happy. That's all I wanted. I made that $2,000, I would say, maybe after 5 months in the business. And then it went to $3,000 a month. Then it went to $5,000 a month. Then it went to $10,000 a month. And it has gone to much more than that. I remember when I started this business, I was listening to somebody who is maybe at my level now at that time. who said, your why keeps changing. Your why, maybe when I started this business, my why is that, okay, all I want is $2,000 extra a month. That's it. I'm not thinking about anything else. But when you get to that level and you're like, okay, you know what, now you're making $10,000 a month, maybe a lot more. I don't want to say numbers, because nobody's going to believe it except you guys. You start changing. Okay, now what I can do with this life. Now I can sit down and see what the opportunities are. So then I started thinking about helping the people back home, people who have no warm food, they haven't had like school, they were like less advantages of myself, they didn't have all the opportunities that God has given to me. So I said, let me try to give back to them. Let me try to help more people to try to start their business. Is it easy? Absolutely not. It's really hard to have your job and your business at the same time, especially with the level of the team that I have. It's a lot of people. I'm coaching thousands of people, more than 10,000 people, and it's not easy. But most people quit their job. Most people, I would say 99.9% of the people quit their job when they start making more than $10,000 a month. For me, that was 6 years ago, and I still haven't quit my job. I still kept my job to date. I'm still working full time. I'm a professional engineer. If you search my name, you will find out my LinkedIn account. I do work in the construction industry. I have kids, so I have a lot of responsibilities: kids, job, husband. At the time, my dad was living with me, looking after my parents. And it's up to you whether you want to keep letting this automated system work for you while you're doing your job. You can do that. So there's no, I'm a living proof that you can have your job and at the same time run your this business. Because when you set it up and you give your ads to Facebook or YouTube, they're going to do the marketing for you. You don't have to do anything. Even if when you're sleeping, it's still working for you, right? That's what we're saying. You make money even when you are sleeping. It's not like a motto or just a marketing thing that we're saying. It's real, right? So how I do that is you have to be highly organized. You have to be highly motivated. So for me, my motivation is, okay, I don't hate my job. I love my job. I love my boss. I love my company. I love my project. I want to keep working. So that's my motivation. Okay, how I'm going to do it? With being organized. I plan my week ahead of time. I always like know what I'm going to do next week on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I plan again the night before. I know exactly what's happening the day after. And I try to be highly organized. I'm not one of those people who wake up at 9 a.m. and say, okay, now what I'm going to do today. I know exactly. I always wake up around 5, like usually, like I know 2 years ago when I was going to Japan, I was so busy. I was waking up at 4 o'clock every morning because I had so many inquiries that I had to respond to. I had so much to do at my job that I had to wake up at literally 4 o'clock in the morning. And it's you get used to it. You get your stuff done, and you feel great. You make a lot of money. You help a lot of people. You still keep your job, so it's doable if you want to keep your job and keep doing this business even at the level that I am today.
Wow.
Wow, that's really very inspiring, especially for working moms who are trying to manage everything in their daily lives. Right, Sis Divina? What can you
Yes.
say, Sis Divina?
Wow, that's so amazing. She's so busy. She is still working until now. We're
Yes.
rooting for you, Coach Neda. We
Thank
are
you.
rooting for you. Yes. And then
Thank you so much.
us, we are trying to get there from we are trying to get there. We are trying to get there. But thank you so much for that wonderful answers. Thank you.
No problem, my dear. No problem. My pleasure.
Yes, that is really very inspiring. Now, a lot of people watching right now may feel tired or overwhelmed after work every day. So, this next question is something many people will be able to relate to. So, Sis Sally, kindly read question number 2.
Yes. I'm having my cell phone only because I'm still at work, so I might read it a little bit slow, Coach. So, our question number two for you is a lot of working moms feel exhausted and already stretched out. What made you say yes, building something on the side despite your busy schedule?
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely. No, no, no. That's completely understandable. I remember when I started this business, my twins were 4 years old, and one of them was still in diaper. My son was still in diapers, and my daughter was outside diapers. So you can imagine how hard it is to have kids in diaper, and they are dependent on you for getting the diaper change, the bottle of food, shower, and everything. And my job was also, I was working in the construction industry, walking for hours every day. So by the time I was coming home, I was exhausted. So all I'm going to ask you is that if you're a mom that is really tired and exhausted, how much of your time do you spend on social media browsing? Like a lot. I mean, to be honest with you, I think every single person spends at least 1 hour on their phone just looking at Instagram, checking other people's posts. On
Yes.
TikTok, on listening to YouTube podcasts and things like that. What if you can use that 1 hour instead of looking at other people's posts, use it to make money? You know what I mean? So isn't that amazing? So instead of like checking other people's posts, oh, this person has gone to Punta Cana, or that person is having a birthday party, instead of checking that out, you use that 1 hour of browsing to create earnings online, right? So we all have
Yeah.
time to spend on this business. And one thing, is that the good thing about our training program is like step by step, it's all recorded videos. It's not a live program that I come and say, okay, get a pen and paper and start writing down this and that, right? Because with that, you have to be present, you have to have camera on, you have to be like in a specific time, a specific place. But when it's recorded videos, when you are, waiting for your daughter or your son's class behind the doors, you can, watch that video training. When you're cooking, I always have my earpods on. I always have. This is this is a secret. My earpods. I will show you this one. I have it. Boom. And let me just put everything here. So I listen to it every time, and this is the secret. Just a second, sorry. I just want to make sure that my voice is not being impacted. Sorry, this is a live. This is a live. Let me just put this here. So yeah, okay. I cannot find the second one, but hopefully you can still hear me. But this is the secret. This is the secret. You when I cooking, I was just making salad for my kids, and I was listening to to some podcasts. So we all have basically the summary is that we all have a lot of time that we are spending our on like things, waiting for someone, just driving, cooking, and we can use those times to do the training. So trust me, if you just incorporate 45 minutes, 1 hour every day on your training program, you can finish it. There is no deadline. There's no like competition that, oh, you have to finish this by this date or that date. It's all up to you. It's all flexible. So you can finish it in 3 months. You can finish it in 6 months. It's called completely up to you. I was one of the people who finished their training after a long time, but look at me, I'm still very successful because I had very little time every day. So you can spend as little as possible if you want to focus and still be successful.
Wow. So,
That's right.
small
Right?
pockets of time. It doesn't matter if you are very busy. Can't you see
Yes.
Coach Neda is a very busy person, an
Yes.
engineer, a mom, and a wife, and everything? Can't you see that this business is really built for people, busy people like us? So there's really no excuses because if Coach Neda can do it, we can do it too. Right?
Yes.
Sis
Yes.
Sally? What can you say, Sis Sally, with the answer of Coach Neda?
Oh my God. You know, hearing those explanations, hearing those how you manage your time, make me like I have no excuse anymore. I cannot say no anymore. Like I mean, I always have excuses. My job requires, but since you explain very very carefully how a person can manage the time, it's just a matter of discipline because even when you're busy, you still have the time to do it. We have 24 hours a day. We're only asking 45 minutes to do the business.
Yes.
Right, Coach Nida?
Yes.
And it doesn't require you to go somewhere. It's just right there. Like, hey, put it
Yeah.
on wherever you do. I actually sometimes get some time to my job. Like I iron my hair so it will be longer. I put my head on and I'm listening to our meeting sometimes. Yeah, that's what I do. And lately, it makes me a little bit off because of Mr. FB, disabled makeup. So I'm
Yes.
trying to put it all together again. And
Yes.
then, well, this is what it is, guys. This is the true definition of having time for yourself if you want to do changes. Thank you, Coach
Yes.
Nida.
I will give you
Yes.
some advice about that after the go live. Just when we finish, I will give you some advice about that, what to do when you
Yeah.
get disabled and all that. Okay, we will talk later.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's also a common belief that you need to quit your job before starting a business. And this is something people are curious about. So let us go now to question number three. Now it
Yes.
will be Sis Dell who will read question number three.
Yes, thank you, Sis Marie Chris. So, Coach Nida, this is your question number three. So, many people believe you need to quit your job to succeed in this business. So, how were you able to grow your digital business while still working your 9 to 5 job?
Yeah, no, no, I don't believe in like I never believe on quitting anything before you have another thing that's making you money. I remember before this job, I was working in another job that was really bad. I had a very, very mean manager who was
No.
really like very, very mean person. Like, I mean, I never say to anyone who is mean, but this lady was really, really mean. Like, I remember I was coming home every day and I was just staring at a wall and just like crying. Like that's how bad it was. But and I stayed in that job for 6 months, but I didn't quit. I'm not a quitter. I needed to have another job, which is the one that I am right now, before I quit that job. I'm not one of those like spoiled people who just like quit because things are hard or rough, right? I knew I have to have another source of income before I quit that job, even though it was a torture. So I would never had quit this job that I like and I have a good boss and everything if the other job didn't if I didn't make money from this business. You need to always have a source of income coming in, right? We all came to this business to have an extra income. You can't just cut down your main source of income to start something. But when I started, my engineering salary was this much, and I wanted just a little bit this much from this business. I never thought in my wildest dreams that I will be making more than my engineering salary from this business. So the potential this business has is a lot. We have so many engineers here, doctors here, surgeons here, who are making a lot more than their job. Eventually, they all quit their job. You know, you have the option to quit your job, or you can keep your job as much as I have kept it. It's completely up to you because when the system is set up and running, you can just continue doing your job as well. This, which is the beauty of our business. So now I don't recommend you quit your job to start this business or to run this business. All I'm trying to say is that try to incorporate and use your lost times instead of like being distracted, spending half an hour on TikTok, looking at the other people's posts and trends and what they're watching and fashions and what this and that. That's not going to bring you money, right? This business is going to bring you thousands of dollars. So spend your money on this instead of like browsing TikTok and Instagram every day, and use the time wisely. That's what I can say.
Wow. That is really amazing that instead of focusing on a lot of distractions in other social media platforms, you will just focus on your business and use those small pockets of time. So it is really achievable in this business. As you can see, Coach Neda did it very successfully and while keeping her engineering job at the side. So, sis Del, what can you say from the golden nuggets that we had heard from Coach Neda?
Yes, thank you for that very inspiring and very encouraging word that you share it to us. I totally believe that, your story is very, resonate to everyone as
Thank
a
you.
mother, like myself, because I myself also a hardworking. I also manage couple businesses and I don't intend to quit my job. So Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
Yeah,
my dear. Thank you so
thank you.
much for having me.
Thank you.
Yes, and now let us go to question number four. You know, some people want to start, but they feel unsure about themselves or think they are too late. So, this question is about this one. So, let us go to question number four. And Sis Vanessa, kindly read question number four.
All right, question number for Coach Neda. For someone watching right now who feels they are too late, like, yeah, or not capable enough, what would you say to encourage to them to start?
Yes, I think there is not about the timing of this business. Some people say, you know what, I'm successful because I came 6 years ago, and the people who came now or coming now, they're not successful. And I always tell them the difficulties that we had 6 years ago, that the people who start now they don't have. At the time I started, someone like me started, the training program was so basic. There was nothing in the training. That's it. There was only platform Facebook, and that was it, and it was just so basic. Everything else you have to go try and try to learn by yourselves. But now we have step by step training that is being updated on a daily basis. We have Facebook platform training, we have YouTube, we have TikTok, we have LinkedIn, we have Google Ads, we have Instagram. Oh my gosh, like you just like follow the training and there's no way you're not successful, right? B, at the time I started this business, there were not a lot of people who shared their experience, right? So a lot of things that, oh, I'm not sure, let's try this, let's test this out, let's try this out. Now we have thousands of people who come every week on the masterminds and share their experience. So when I became a coach, I promised myself, I said I will never let my team make the same mistakes I made, because it was brutal, and I managed to keep myself together and stay in this business, but I don't want anybody to go through the same pain that I went, right? So it's not the matter of when you join this business, it's never too late. At the time when I started this business, it was pre-COVID. The concept of online business was not something very common. The concept of working from home even wasn't common. It was just right after COVID that people started working from home, and more people realized, wow, this is so comfortable working from home and creating earning from home, right? So definitely, there's more tolerance to online businesses at this time compared to that time. And also when I started, I think the community was maybe, I don't know, maybe 4 years old. The online community, even though we're using the Japanese company that has more than 52 years of experience. So a lot of people were thinking, is this legit? Is it not legit? Am I going to get in trouble with this? I mean, I went and checked the CRA, I checked IRS, I checked everything. I knew it's 100% legit. I'm a professional engineer. I didn't want anything happen to my license. I didn't want to get involved in anything that is not legit so that I get in trouble. And as an immigrant, I never want to get involved in something that is not legit, right? Doesn't matter how much money I get, I will never start something that is not incorporated in Canada or United States, or it's not legitimate, right? But now people keep sharing the picture of their T4A. People keep sharing the picture of their 1099. So there's no doubt for you to still wonder whether this is legit or not. Oh, come on, it's of course it's legitimate, right? So there is a lot of issues that we had as people who came earlier, who that the people who join now they never had. For me, it took me 9 months to get to $10,000 a month. It took me 9 months to get there. I have people in my team who get there in 3 months. And the people I'm in coaching who get there where they can make more than $10,000 a month in 3 months, which something that I got in 9 months. So it's not the matter of when you came. It's not the matter of how old you are. It's not the matter of what's your educational background. Your success solely depend on your consistency, how consistent you are, how badly you want this business to work for you. Some people treat this business like a piece of shirt. They just say, you know what, I just pay the money, buy something. I don't like it. I just throw it in my closet and I will never wear it again. They treat everything like that. The way you do one thing, the way you do everything. I have a yoga teacher that I really like. He said he stands by the door and he looks at the way people put their shoes together when they come into the yoga studio. From the way people put their shoes together, he gets to know what kind of people they are, right? So The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. If you just are careless, don't pay attention to anything, you're completely distracted, you're not organized, no matter what you do, you will, if you keep keeping the same habits, you will never be successful in nothing, right? But if you decide at some point, now I want to change, I want to make a big change in my life, I want to wake up earlier, I want to be organized, I want to plan my day ahead of time, I want to have good habits, I want to follow my coach's advice, I want to be coachable. Some people you can't even, like, I'm coaching thousands of people with different attitudes, and some people are not coachable. They're just like, so ego is so big for them. I can never tell them what to do. They just keep doing the same mistakes. They just keep following their own path, making the same mistakes until they will learn it hard way. But for me, like someone like myself, if my coach said don't do it, that would be it. I would never do it. If my coach said do it, that would be it. You have to be coachable, you have to listen, you have to trust the people who are more senior than you, that you have to respect those people who are more senior than you, the ones who have been through the same path. You have to put the egos away, you have to put the egos aside, you have to listen, you have to trust yourself, you have to have faith, you have to. So there are some qualities that can help you. I have people who are over 67 years old who are making more than $10,000 a month, right? Because they're consistent, they are faithful, they're happy with enjoying this business, they're coachable, they listen to me, they come to my Zoom meetings, they listen to everything I say. If I tell them don't do it, they don't do it. If I tell them do it this way, they don't do it. They put the ego away. And these are the qualities you need to have for anything in order to be successful.
Wow. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Yeah, I can really relate. It's not really too late. It does not mean that you are just starting now or about to start now. It's not a reason that you are too late. Coach Neda just said it, that yeah, if you need to believe, you need to have that consistency, that yeah, and believe that you are capable enough to do it and you
Yes.
will be successful. So yeah, it is really very amazing. Right, Sis Vanessa?
Yes, sis. Oh, so much nuggets, learning nuggets for you from Coach Neda. Yes, is to yeah to true. Like right now, while I'm listening and earning those nuggets, yes, you have to be coachable. You need to follow your coach advice, and if she said that yes, do this, you have to follow it because she's been there already. She knows the right way and the pathway, so you just have to follow her blueprints. And
Yes.
yes, thank you so much, Sis Neda.
You're
Coach
welcome. You're welcome.
Yes, and now let us go to our last question. Sis Divina. Yeah, and of course, every success story has challenges behind it. So let us go now to our last question. Sis Divina, go ahead.
Coach Neda, you are now one of the top leaders in our community. Looking back, what was the hardest part of your journey and how did that season shape you are today?
That's a very good question. I would say that the hardest part of my journey was the first 4 or 5 months when I put a lot of money in the business. All my friends were making fun of me, some family member also. My husband was the only one behind me. Even though I didn't use the family's money to put the initial investment, I used my own money. I told my husband, you know what, I want to use my own money because I mean, I didn't have the money. It's not like I had saving. I had to use my own credit card. For those people who think that, oh my gosh, we all had thousands of dollars in our savings accounts and that's how we managed to start it. Nobody had that saving. We all started like stretching our credit to start this business. And I told my husband, I'm going to use my own credit card and I'm going to take the responsibility for it because if it's happened to be a mistake, it's going to be my mistake and I'm going to be taking responsibility for it. And and then my friends were making fun of me. I was so excited. I reached out to every one of them and I told them about this business. They all laughed at me. Some blocked me. Some people thought that this is a pyramid scheme. They blocked me. They didn't want to have anything to do with me, which was very sad. And some people, they said, the good ones said, oh, you know what, whenever, if you make any money, we will consider joining as well. So basically, I had no support. I had zero support. People are making fun of you. People think you are an idiot to start an online business. You have put so much money into starting the business. You haven't made any money, and you have self doubts. Whether are you going to be successful or not, right? And it was hard. It was hard journey. What I was doing at the beginning. I was trying to, make posts that kind of like implies that this is a get rich quick, which was very scammy and very spammy. And um, and then I started attracting people who were also looking for get rich quick. They wanted to get rich quick. This is not a get rich quick, right? So then after, trying to test out different videos, I mean, not videos, I wasn't using any of my own pictures or images in the early ages. I would say maybe for 11 months there was no video, not a single video of me. I was using posts and pictures and all that. But then after that, people started, I started thinking, you know what, I have to be honest with myself and be honest with people, and just try to explain in the simplest language what this business is all about, and how our business is different from other people's businesses, right? Because there are so many people. If you search Google, there are more than 800,000 people who are looking to get into the online space and they don't know where to start. And then I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm not going to get rich quick. I have to just be honest with myself and all my audience. So I started like being honest. I started showing them that I'm a real person. I started showing them that, this is a business that is real. It works. I started, sharing other people's success stories. And little by little, people started noticing a difference. I'm talking about something that is not a get rich quick, but it is a get rich for sure, and it can change their life. And that's how I started seeing success. So I had to reinvent everything, like, go back to the basics and try to be honest and authentic with myself and my audience. So all I can say to you is, don't try to make up something that is not. This business has changed millions of lives, millions of lives. There's 270,000 of us only online doing this business, and there are hundreds of thousands of people, I don't know how many exactly, doing this Japanese companies business offline, not using the social media, using the belly to belly marketing and door to door knocking and things like that. So there are so many people who are blessed with this amazing business. And all of us started just with a dream. We're not trying to sell dreams. We're trying to introduce a business that has worked for many, many samples of different older people, younger people, disabled people, Africans, Middle Easterns, Americans, doesn't matter, mothers, no mothers, single mothers, anything you can imagine. And this business can work for you as well. All you need to do is a desire to have an online business and to really try to make this work. Remembering that this is not a get rich quick. All of us started at the same exact place. I wasn't born a successful online business owner. From the day I was born, I was just like any of you, made so many poor decisions, make a lot of mistakes, done a lot of wrong things. And through all that journey that took time and effort, I learned the secret. So you can get there as well, and anybody can get there. Anybody can be successful in this business.
Yes, I truly believe, Coach Neda, that anybody can be successful because yeah, we will learn from our mistakes, and that is really part of the journey. So yeah, we just really keep going, and we need just to keep on believing on ourselves, do that consistency, and show up anyway. Whether it's you're messy or not messy, just show up because that is how you gonna let people relate to your story. So yeah,
Yes.
it's really just very amazing. Right, Sis Sally? What is now your wanna share, Sis Sally, regarding Coach Ned's answer for our last question?
Oh my goodness. If I can just, you know, yeah, I don't have any support either. I did it on my own.
Good.
So any setbacks I have encountered in this business, I don't share it with my family, only to my daughter, because my daughter understands that she is actually interested, but right now she's still enjoying her job as a flight attendant. So I just leave her for now. So someday I said, when I'm gone, I have to leave this with you. You know what I mean? We're not here to stay longer. We have our own terms as well. So
Yes.
everything you said, coach, oh my God, it goes straight to me. Like, I mean, you're just talking to me and telling me, do it. Don't quit.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're
Yes,
welcome.
and yeah, now before we end our live interview, Sis Divina would like to invite all our followers and audience on our life-changing webinar happening every Tuesday and Thursday. Go ahead, Sis Divina.
Okay, so to those of you who are watching us right now, if you are already here inside our community, please watch the complimentary webinar, guys, that we already send you to your email, because that packet of time that you have to spend in that webinar, maybe that webinar there is your gateway to what Coach Nida is, here right now. So lots of people in our community, it's already enjoying their time freedom, financial freedom. So in that packet of time, just watch 30 minutes or 1 hour. And if you are not here yet, send a message to all of us, or to those of all of us here. If you are who are comfortable with to talk to, because this business changed a lot of lives, including mine, including all of us here. So we have a complimentary live webinar every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. MST, or convert your time zone, guys, because this business has automation. You don't need to quit your job. So you just have to be coachable and, have a consistency to do this job, so that you will be enjoying your time freedom soon. Back to you, Sis Marcus.
Thank you so much, Sis Divina. And yes, if you're learning something from this conversation, feel free to comment inspired in the chat. And if you're watching the replay, we'll still love to hear from you. Coach Neda, thank you so much for sharing your story, your experience, and your wisdom with us today. I'm sure a lot of people watching right now feel encouraged and inspired by everything you shared. And to everyone who
Thank you.
showed up today, thank you so much for your time. And if this live inspired you or made you curious about what we're doing, feel free to message us or drop a comment below. Sometimes one conversation can open a new opportunity or a new direction in life. Thank you again, everyone, for
Thank you
watching,
so much.
Thank
and we'll
you.
see you again in our next live. Have a wonderful day. Happy
Thank you.
weekend. Coach Neda, thank you
Thank you,
so
Coach
much.
Nida. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you
So
very much
inspired.
for having me. Thank you so much for having me. And it was an honor to have you all. And I hope that my story has inspired someone. And definitely, definitely reach out if you need help. This business works and it can really change your life as well. Thank you so much.